Happy Tears Day, heathens. Let's chew the fat. Om nom 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 nom. It has been weighing me down a little bit. A flood of ideas. There's so many coming in that I don't know where to begin to some extent. And I've even been thinking about that. You know, being back in the van is very much reconnecting to my sanctuary of thought and process. That's not to say that, you know, when I'm not in the van I don't think or I'm incapable of thought away from the van. It's just there's other distractions, and because I do a lot of driving, I mean I'm doing 4 hours, minimum 4 hours of driving each day now. I'm back at work. It's very much while I'm driving, listening to music, you know, the grey matter ticks over, and I've allowed myself to become overburdened with things I want to do, and so many of them, and not knowing where to begin until today, when it was a case of do this video. So it's a little bit self-indulgent perhaps, but it's about taking a deep breath, allowing the laguz, the flow of knowledge and, you know, information and thought process to come in, and, you know, let that settle, let it plateau a little bit, so that I can then start to move forward with digesting those thoughts, putting them into order, you know, and then making the content I want to make moving forward, and breaking the well, I've done my 800th video and that was kind of special. Now I need to move forward with like this second stage, if you like, second generation of content making, taking into account my experiences and what I've learned through the unfortunate circumstances I've been through and retreat for the past 6-7 months and going forward. So I hope that makes sense. There's a couple of things I need to do, and one of those I'm going to try and do later in the week. Obviously, I made content saying, you know, when I first did my injury, I asked for help, and I'm now putting myself under pressure to return that help in the way that I think is suitable and honourable. And that's led me down, you know, a bunch of crazy avenues of thought and process that I will be sharing, because I want to do that in the right way, as well as, you know, not conflicting my ideals and aspirations. And I haven't really forgotten that I want to explore avenues in the other rune sets, not just Elder Futhark, which I feel quite comfortable with. Still have things to learn, it's an ongoing process. And I feel a part of that is also to investigate the younger Futhark and the Anglo-Saxon Futhark. And, again, one of those clashing thought processes is Ogham as well. Does it relate? Or is it just sort of like a distant neighbour? And that's also led me to, I mean, sharing some of my ramblings with you to some extent, that this is what's going on. There's like a bag of cats in my head have been let loose. Is just, we've had migrationary periods of our ancestors, and you have generational divides between the peoples, the tribes, if you like, and just looking at, there are many different dots that all need lines that connect to each other, if they connect to each other, or if that's a futile effort. It's just seeking truth, and even defining what is truth, and understanding about truth and deception. I feel like I've reached a point where truth, while it seems to be one of the hardest things to accept in many ways, the truth is natural. Nature is truth. What is nature is truth. It's truthful. And also, deception is a part of nature. There is a need at times for deception, because the truth of nature is, it can be beautiful, it can be brutal. So that's where I'm at. Somewhere. Trying to function. Anyway, happy Tears Day. I'll see you again soon. Do take care. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.